Country CEO back again, man. Look, more game, and more game. Got my hip hop look on. You notice August videos when I hit real good stride. I had my hip hop to the side, tilted to the side. Old Slim with the brim tilted to the side, right? Look, I'm heading downhill now, right? I'm on the downward end toward this Saturday of video making, enjoying and just having some fun, right? Look, welcome back to the channel. Got another good one for you. Look, I just talked to you yesterday about having the mindset of a go-getter. And then it occurred to me after I told you that, I say the next level of dump trucking, when you got multiple trucks, will require drivers who are go-getters. Did you get that? The next level of dump trucking, which is what? Multiple trucks, contracting work, right? That's next level. Will require drivers who also are go-getters. So here's the deal. When operating multiple trucks, not only must you be a go-getter, but as you build this team of guys, they got to be go-getters too. Did you get that? All right, so how do we make sure, how do we get guys, build this team of go-getters? Because when you got you some go-getters, y'all, I'm here to tell you, it makes your life a whole lot easier. I never shall forget. I got some go-getters now, by the way. Can't discount them. Slide Dog, Kedrick, Scott, Yellow Boy, they some go-getters. They some go-getters. Saturdays, Sundays, nights, they some go-getters, man. When I first started, the Big Dog, Big Papa, rest in peace to Dondrick Buck Davis. I'm talking about some go-getters. Of course, I was out there with him back then and getting started. Jughead Johnson, my cousin. Yes, that's his nickname, Jughead. Go-getters. I give props to those guys. I wouldn't be, of course, God is the real source, but I would not be where I am if God hadn't placed those guys in my life in that season when I began to go to the next level. I wouldn't be here. They were go-getters, y'all. Weekends, nights, it didn't matter. They wanted it. They wanted it. They wanted it. They wanted it. I mean, I never shall forget, I began to feel bad that I worked them guys 21 days in a row without a day off. 21 straight days. 2 weekends in a row is what that involved. I felt bad. I'm like, man, I know y'all tired. Oh, no, we got to get it. No. They were telling me, man, I got to give y'all a day off, man. They was like, no, we going to get this. Go get us, y'all. So how do you get them kind of guys? Number one, string prospective drivers to determine their work ethic. You know, just in talking with a guy, you know, when you open up your mouth, you tell the world about yourself. So when you talk to these guys, you're going to be able to see where they at. And you know, you need to just ask them certain questions. How was they raised? Where did they grow up at? You're going to be able to determine what kind of family they come from, what kind of work ethic. Because to me, at a foundational level, a joker got to have a work ethic. He ain't got no work ethic. You ain't got nothing. Right? Unless, I'll say this, let me give an exception. He's a young man that you're trying to work with to develop the work ethic, and he's willing. Now that'll work. That'll work. Number two, determining their short and long-term goals. You got to talk to these guys, these prospective go-getters, drivers. What is their short-term? What is their long-term goal? What are they trying to do in 5 years? What are they trying to do in 20 years? Right? That helps you to determine, is this guy going to be with me a while? And ultimately, what is his plan going forward down the road? All right, now let me share something with you guys. Typically, as owner-operators, we be like, you know, want to get a guy that's going to stay with me, you know, 20, 30 years. No, I'm not that kind of guy. And these guys will tell you, every single driver that has ever worked for me will tell you, man, I wish you well. If you see where you can do better, go and drive for somebody else. If you see better where you want to get your own, man, look, I wish you well, do anything to help you. I'm not a type of guy who wants you to come here and just benefit me by working hard and that's it. No, if you want to desire more and better and you see on the other side of the fence where you can get that, I'm all for that. Because see, one thing, here's what I know. Number one, I'm going to treat you right. I'm going to talk to you right. I'm going to pay you good. So if you going somewhere else, they going to have to raise the bar. That's for sure. If you going somewhere, if you going to get your own truck, well, that's a good thing anyway, another entrepreneur. So I ain't tripping. And here's what I know, y'all. if I treat the person right in all ways, God gonna send somebody else. And that's what I discovered in 21 years. He's always kept me with decent guys. I've only, y'all, in 21 years had about 2 or 3 rotten apples. Just rotten. Just didn't want to do right. And I'll take that. Out of 21 years and maybe 30 drivers and only have 2 or 3 bad apples, I'll take those numbers any day. All right. So determine the short, long-term goal. Determine how hungry they are. Here's what I mean by hungry. I don't mean hungry as in he's starving. He gonna work because he ain't he's doing bad financially or something like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about hungry as in Joker wants something out of life. Because you can have a Joker that'll work, but he don't want nothing. Talk Jones. You can have a Joker, say it again, that got to work ethic, but he don't want nothing. Don't care about nothing. Ain't interested in having nothing. All right. And so, how hungry is he? Do he want things out of life? Is he trying to buy a house? Does he want a house? Does he want property? Does he want to send his kids to college? You got to find out how hungry he is. And hunger is a characteristic of a go-getter. How hungry are you? Even at 48, I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry. And I ever lose the hunger, it's time for me to hang it up because I'm not going to do it in injustice. Right? How hungry is that driver, right? So look, at this point of this video, if this has been valuable to you, hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. It helps the algorithm for the Country CEO channel. All right? Next thing, determine can they stand to see you make thousands weekly? Uh-oh, CEO. Let me straighten the hat back up on this one. When you're in conversations, you need to determine, or at some point, can this person stand, tolerate, digest, swallow the fact that you make thousands of dollars weekly? Here's why I say that. Sometimes there's jealousy and envy on the part of drivers. Instead of them using you as motivation, they decide to engage in some hateration. And so therefore, they can't stand to see you making this or that. And that's a problem for them. They're not going to work hard for you if that's a problem for them. So a go-getter is not going to have a problem with seeing you making what you make. It should motivate them to go and do the same thing. And they ought to be congratulators and not haters. All right. All right. So can they stand to see you make it? Because one of the biggest problems I see in dump truck business amongst drivers is because they see you making that kind of money, a lot of them feel like they ought to get half of that. Did you get that? Some of them feel like they ought to be making $30 an hour, but they got to understand, you got the overhead, you got the note, you got the insurance, you got the fuel, you bearing all the costs. Their job is just simply to operate the truck safely in a safe manner. Right? You bearing overhead. I can't give you half of the money and I'm bearing overhead. I can't give you $30 an hour and I'm bearing overhead. All right? Next thing is determine, are they a team player? A lot of guys are out for themselves. And when you got a Joker that's selfish and out for himself, he'll sell your material. He'll take a load and go sell it for himself. The people's material. Have you in trouble. He won't care about your truck because he's not a team player. So determine if he's a team player. He's going to work with and understand this is a team. All right? Last thing is determine, are they a good fit? Every driver's not a good fit for your company. All right? And if he's not going to be a good fit, then he ain't going to be no go-getter. Not for you anyway. All right? All right, so look, that's it. The next level requires drivers who going to be some go-getters. So if you're a go-getter, you got you some drivers, you're a go-getter. That's a recipe for success. All right? Hope you got that. Put it to practice. Country CEO, I'm gone.